say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
You may be seated. Family, friends, and esteemed guests, on behalf of Mrs. Beth Patton, the Athens City Board of Education, Mr. Moore, and the teachers and staff of Athens High School, I would like to welcome you to the Class of 2023 commencement ceremony. My name is Isaac Geiger, and I served as the Senior Class Vice President. It has been an honor to serve my class, and I will always be grateful for the opportunity. Graduates, the day we thought would take so long to get here has finally arrived. Many of us did not believe our parents and other adults when they said, those 4 years will fly by. But they were right. It flew by in the blink of an eye. These past few weeks have been extremely eventful, starting with an amazing baccalaureate ceremony, one last meal together as a class at senior breakfast, then on to a long but awesome awards day ceremony, and then closing it out with senior sunset this past Monday. I would like to take a moment to thank our two sponsors, Ms. Ramona Malone and Mrs. Erica Thompson. None of these events would have been possible without you, and we are all very appreciative of your hard work and dedication to the class of 2023. Graduates, I have one final piece of advice for you. Author and inspirational speaker Josh Hines once said, "Set out each day believing in your dreams and know without a doubt that you were made for great things." I encourage you to never give up on your dreams. If you put in the work, you'll always be able to make them come true. Also, never forget that you are perfect the way you are, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Be true to yourself and do not change for anyone. Whether you're going to college, enlisting in the military, or going straight to the workforce, go and do amazing things because I know you can. I cannot wait to see what all of you achieve in life, and I wish you the best. Congrats, class of 2023. We made it.
Good evening. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Britton Vaughn, and I've had the honor of being the 2021 through 2023 class secretary. And I'm so thankful for the opportunity to speak tonight. Thank you, friends and family, for being here. Thank you, Superintendent Beth Patton, Athens City Schools Board of Education, Mr. Moore, and the entire staff that guided us to this point. And most importantly, the class of 2023. Tonight, graduation night is unforgettable. I want the class of 2023 to be unforgettable, in a good way, all 257 of us. Over the course of each of our lives, we will meet over 80,000 people. That's nearly 21 million people that this special group will have the chance to meet and make an impact on. That's huge. As our class song says, everybody wants to rule the world, and we can absolutely do that. Now I want to share with you a few of my thoughts on the ending of our high school journey, but the beginning of each of our lives. Well, class, this door is finally coming to a close. The door that we opened 13 years ago when we started kindergarten. When our parents took countless pictures, there were lots of tears due to our parents' separation anxiety, not ours. When we wandered through the classroom doors for the first time and let go of our parents' hands, made some of our very first friendships, and began learning our ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. I want to take you back to August 2010, the day we embarked on our journey. For 5 years, we were lucky enough to have recess, class parties, fun runs, field days, book fairs, and even the dreaded AR reading tests. Elementary school was the first door we opened and the first door that finally came to a close. Next up, intermediate school, the merger, the moment 4 schools became one. We all walked through the same door for the first time, and we became the class of 2023 as a whole. We learned a lot, we grew a lot, and we met a lot of new friends along the way. From the after-school bashes that we all got so excited for, to Dauphin Island and Camp McDowell field trips, it was a long but enlightening 2 years, and that door eventually came to a close. Then we made it to middle school. The moment we walked through those old rickety doors started some of the most shaking and challenging years yet. I think everyone agrees with me when I say it was probably the most awkward 2 years of our lives. But I don't think any of us would trade our time on Clinton Street for the world. And thankfully, this door quickly closed. Finally, we made it to high school, the first freshman class to walk through the doors of the new and beautiful school for an entire school year. Well, so we thought, until COVID shut us down midway through second semester of our freshman year. But we came back, and we came back stronger, and made the best of every impossible situation thrown at us. We made it through 3 more years of football games, pep rallies, homecoming dances, even ACT testing that we thought might never happen again. We made it, and as you embark on your journeys, always ask yourself, which door will you choose next? What will you make of your future, and whose lives will you touch along the way? Today, graduation day, May 18th, 2023, is the closing of one door, but the opening of a lifetime of doors. We have clearly been through so much together and have all grown into amazing young adults. I have faith in each and every one of you that no matter which door each of you chooses to open, you will make it your own and you will succeed. Go out into the world with confidence in yourself and your abilities. Never give up, no matter what curveballs life throws at you. And most importantly, I urge you all to be good and kind human beings. I urge you to live with grace and integrity and to give generously to those in need. I urge you to work hard and achieve your dreams and never give up on your goals. This door closing is just the beginning of your lives. Our success does not stop with this diploma. Life is about growing and moving forward and being willing to get up every day and walk through those doors. This diploma merely gives us the key to new opportunities, allowing us to rule the world. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Good evening, and thank you, Mr. Moore, Ms. Patton, school board members, faculty, friends, family, and fellow graduates. It's an honor to celebrate this milestone as we move into the next stage of our lives. We've made it through 4 years of high school, and now it's time to move on to the real world, be that by attending college or joining the military or the workforce. We now have a choice as to our path, and our futures can be whatever we will make of them. As our world opens up around us, however, we must be sure not to get swept up in the noise and forget what our ultimate purpose is. I think the Westminster Catechism puts it well when it answers the question, what is the chief end of man? It says, man's chief end is to glorify God and to enjoy Him forever. King Solomon put it even more simply, fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. As we travel through life with all of the diverse opportunities and experiences afforded to us, we would do well to remember this principle and not forget. John Chrysostom said, if you knew how quickly people would forget you after your death, you would not seek in your life to please anyone but God. I recognize that it will be easy to start our careers and our families and not think about much else, but these things pale in comparison to our true goal, staying true to our values and convictions. These are the things we are remembered for. The man I just quoted lived in the 4th century, yet he's still being talked about, not because of his wealth or power or influence, but because of his beliefs, tightly held to, that have been passed down for well over 1,000 years. Yet, our convictions are worthless unless they are actionable in our lives. And we should make sure that our actions truly align with what we believe, or we end up doing more harm than good. After all, just as Matthew said, you shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? All of our words fall on deaf ears if we act in a manner not in accordance with those words. Being known as an honest and trustworthy person whose word is their bond is one of the most valuable assets one can have. Shakespeare said, good name in man and woman is the immediate jewel of their soul. Who steals my purse steals trash, 'tis something, nothing, 'twas mine, 'tis his, and has been slave to thousands. But he that filches from me my good name robs me of that which not enriches him and makes me poor indeed. We shouldn't trash our reputation for nothing, because it truly is an invaluable tool as we move forward. Everyone must make a decision about how tightly they will cling to their convictions, and we can choose to be libertines without a care for our fellow man or any moral code, or we can choose to cling tightly to an objective moral standard, improving the lives of ourselves and others. Indeed, a poor man with his values is much better off than a rich man without them. Mark said, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and suffer the loss of his soul? After this life, our wealth won't matter, our earthly career and awards and even family won't matter a bit, but how stridently we maintained our convictions will. However, it isn't just in death where we would do well to be people of morals. C.S. Lewis said, we regard God as an airman regards his parachute. It's there for emergencies, but he hopes he'll never have to use it. I hope we can realize that our values aren't just values in crisis, but mundane, simple, everyday life is made all the more sweet and fulfilling when holding tight to them. Lewis also said, the real job of every moral teacher is to keep on bringing us back, time after time, to the old simple principles which we are all so anxious not to see, like bringing a horse back and back to the fence it has refused to jump, or bringing a child back and back to the bit in its lesson that it wants to shirk. Wouldn't we be foolish to, like children, make ourselves totally blind by disregarding these simple, perfect truths in pursuit of things which are totally vain in the end? I recently read about a man named Charles Studd, a wealthy young Englishman and famous cricket player living what we would consider a happy life. However, he wrote that he was confronted by the question, what is all the fame and flattery worth when a man comes to face eternity? Realizing the answer to that question, he gave his inheritance away to charity and moved to China, then India, and finally to Africa as a missionary, where he served for many decades and eventually died. His is a life that we should aspire to. Although it isn't necessary for us to sell our possessions and move to a foreign country, it is necessary to be dedicated to our beliefs and to their advancement to every person in every nation. After all, as Jim Elliot, another missionary who died in the field, said, he is no fool who gives up what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose. As our world becomes crazier by the day and we experience all manner of political and social upheaval, we have a choice, holding to our convictions or succumbing to chaos. As we move into the world, we can remember this and stubbornly refuse to compromise the truth, making the world a better place for ourselves and others by holding to our values. Or we can seek only hedonistic, momentary goals that produce no lasting impact, being battered around by every wind of change. Heinrich Heine, describing a past in which people clung to their beliefs as the thing of highest value, said, "In those days men had convictions, whereas we moderns only have opinions, and something more is needed than an opinion to build a Gothic cathedral." I encourage us to maintain something stronger than mere opinion, something worth living and fighting for. We are assaulted on all fronts by all manner of evil, attacking every foundational pillar of our society. We will have to deal with things our parents and grandparents never had to. I certainly am not excited by the prospect of growing up and raising a family in this environment, but it is not for us to choose when we are born and what we must deal with. As Tolkien said, all we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. And with our time, we must stick to our guns and strive to deal with these problems in our world quickly, not burying our heads in the sand and allowing them to become so ingrained as to become unremovable. I don't want to hear my children and grandchildren ask me, "Why didn't you do anything when you had the chance?" I encourage us today to maintain our beliefs and values, to return to a world in which our honor and convictions were the highest good, because the moral principles held by our ancestors who forged this nation haven't gone bad. They are just as relevant as ever, and by remaining true to them, we can stem the tide of insanity rising more quickly by the day. I want our children to grow up in a more healthy and moral society than we did, and for their children to grow up in an even better society than them. We don't have to settle for the restlessness and despair of our world as it stands. We, by clinging to our common values and the unchanging truth, can really create change, and we can be encouraged because we know who wins in the end. The missionary I mentioned earlier, Charles Studd, was also an amateur poet, and I would like to close my speech with some appropriate lines from his most famous poem, called Only One Life. "Two little lines I heard one day, traveling along life's busy way, bringing conviction to my heart, and from my mind would not depart. Only one life, 'twill soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, yes, only one, soon will its fleeting hours be done, then in that day my Lord to meet, and stand before his judgment seat. Only one life, 'twill soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, a few brief years, each with its burdens, hopes, and fears, each with its days I must fulfill, living for self or in his will. Only one life, 'twill soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. When this bright world would tempt me sore, when Satan would a victory score, when self would seek to have its way, help me, Lord, with joy to say, only one life, 'twill soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last. Only one life, yes, only one, now let me say, thy will be done, and when at last I hear the call, I know I'll say 'twas worth it all. Only one life, 'twill soon be past, only what's done for Christ will last." Thank you and good luck, class of 2023.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jillian Manville, and I am grateful to be able to speak to you all tonight. My fellow graduates and I would not be here right now without the constant support and guidance of our family, friends, teachers, counselors, and administrators, so thank you for sticking with us this long. I have attended Athens City Schools since kindergarten, and I cannot imagine growing up anywhere else. This place has brought me my closest friends and allowed me to meet so many amazing people. After 13 years, we have all ended up in Athens High School. Some, like me, were born and grew up here, and others joined in sometime along the way. But through a stroke of luck, we are all here now, and I'm so glad this is the class that I traveled alongside throughout this journey. We began our high school career by arriving at the brand new Athens High School. As wide-eyed freshmen, we did not yet know how to fit into the high school environment with the older students. After some time, we learned our schedules and found a place in the school with so much to look forward to. There was a little bump in the road, however, at the beginning of 2020, and our newfound routines were upended and replaced with work from home. Going into sophomore year, we were allowed to return semi-normally, and while some continued online, most came back ready to start a new year. It took a lot of dedication and hard work to continue our education after such an extended break, but we persevered and continued to do so for the next couple of years. Junior year was when things began to get serious. We started looking at colleges and future workplaces and working harder in our classes to ensure we could reach our goals. Senior year was creeping ever closer, and as we watched the grade above us graduate, we realized that would be us just next year. Now we are here. Our senior year has been filled with laughs. Celebrating our final moments has been bittersweet as we made our way to the finish line. We have learned responsibility with so many deadlines and due dates building up to this moment. After today, we will begin our new journeys, but with no more classes together and no more working on the same group project or essay. Our paths are diverging, and we are going to make our own ways in this world. The great Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "In the long run, we shape our lives and we shape ourselves. This process never ends until we die, and the choices we make are ultimately our own responsibility." Every graduate in this class is going down a different road, whether it is going to a 2 or 4 year college, going into the workforce, or joining the military. But all of these choices are ours alone, and as we are proving tonight, anything we set our minds to, we will accomplish. As we leave the comfort and security of our hometown, we will be embarking on a scary journey into the ever-changing and chaotic adult world. Over the next few years, we will mature into adults in our society, and we will take on new challenges and responsibilities. We cannot stay stagnant as people. Growing and developing as we age is an important part of life. We must project our voices to make ourselves heard and try to make tangible changes in the world around us. There are people in need everywhere we go, and helping out will only take a short amount of time to change someone else's life in a significant way. Bettering ourselves and others is an amazing way to improve the world around us, and just putting some time into that goal can make a difference. Now, I am an Auburn fan and will be attending Auburn in the fall, but I believe Nick Saban summarized this in an incredible way by saying, when you invest your time, you make a goal and a decision of something you want to accomplish. Whether it's make good grades in school, be a good athlete, be a good person, go down and do some community service and help somebody who's in need, whatever it is you choose to do, you're investing your time in that. If we take the time out of our day and work on ourselves to become more caring and helpful members of society, we can and will impact the lives of others and grow into better people. These upcoming years are vital to who we will become as adults, and I believe we all have the capacity and ability to take the head start we have been given here to do just that. Become the adults our world will need us to be as we face the challenges we have never faced before. As this is the last time we will spend together before going our separate ways, I want to end this speech with a final message to the graduates. Look to your left, look to your right, look behind you, and take in this final moment before it slips away. No matter where you go or what you end up doing with your life, I am proud of every single graduate here for finishing what you have started and for investing in not only your own future, but in our future. Good luck, Athens High School Class of 2023, and thank you.
Would the first row of graduates please rise? Christopher Charles Albritton. Molly Grace Alexander. Alyssa Grace Anderson. Cooper Michael Brantley. Holland Marie Brooks. Erica Jean Byington. Lilla Bay Chandler.
Sophie Madeline Denmark. Marianne Caitlin Green. Henry Gilman Griggs III. Brady Alexander Hargrave. Sarah Catherine Haynes. Claudia Jean Henson. Meredith Brooklyn Hicks. Keaton Tess Higginbotham. John Andrew Hubbard. Anna Vassar Hutt. Chloe Mae Jackson. Esmeralda Langunas Nava. Claire Allison Lawrence. Olivia Brennan Macklin. Jillian Brooks Manville. Charlie Mitchell Martin. Kane Jemison Matthews. Caitlin Grace Mooney. Logan Thomas Mooney. Emma Catherine Newby. Soledad Ordonez Vincente. Claire Elizabeth Persad. Mason Isaac Rebeling. Asa Holland Savoy. Brody Shepard. Lauren Lynette Thomas. Sarah June Thomas. Reese Alexander Trim. Britton Lane Vaughn. Cynthia Esmeralda Viama Garcia. William Jackson Walker. Katie Michelle Westbrock. Jonathan Mason Williams IV. Grace Lillian Wright. Troy Nicholas Young. Audrey Morgan Zerbel. Marjana Huma Abdur Rashid. Riley Smith Anderson. Zachary Nathaniel Anthony. Jordan Grace Bailey. Skylar Lee Batram. Thomas James Bauer. Harley Nicole Bawyer. Leon Christian Benefield. Gunnar Seth Birdsong. Kenzias Xavier Bledsoe. Charlize Love Beaudre. Kaylee Branham. Kamani Elise Bratcher. Peyton Christian Bright. Essence Unique Brooks. Taryn Kamar Mackay Brown. Sean Carter Bryant. Anthony Joseph Buninsky. Madison Marie Burgess. Janita Renee Burks. Emery Diane Burns. McKaylee Elizabeth Burks. Kentavious Keontae Kane. Austin Blaine Campbell. Briley Autumn Campbell. Kimorian Paul Chapman. Lila Estelle Cobb. Layla Elise Cooper. Don Owen Creasy. Shaylin Lizanne Croon. Dartavian Anwar Crutcher. Matthew William Daigle. Brianna Paige Daniel. Olivia Nicole David. Rodney Allen David III. Demaria Monet Davidson. Broderick Ethan Davis. Chloe Davis. Hadalia Diaz. Noah Coe Dittenber. Samantha Marie Downs. Jose Medardo Dubon Reyes. Tanner Victoria Dudley. Paisley Danielle Eaton. Faith Lachey Eubanks. Ava Drew Evans. John David Fleming. Braylee Jane Fuller. Michael Anthony Gansey. Ulissa Guadalupe Garcia. Cameron James Gatewood. Isaac Michael Geiger. Corey Lene Glasper. Aaron Gregory Glaze. Anna Caroline Glaze. Alberto Lopez Gomez. Adon Gonzalez Roman. Joseph Parker Green. Kinsley Grace Green. London Kate Greenhall. Garrett Wayne Griffin. Caden Alexander Gimmerin. Case Brett Haygood. Jacoby Davion Hall. Lillian Grace Xiaoyu Hall. David Preston Haney. Samuel Scott Hargrove. Connor James Haynes. Tyler Michael Hedgepath. Savannah Ray Hendrick. Diana Grace Hershady. Braden Albert Hessler. Elijah Kane Hewlett. Brianna Lynn Holden. Marcus Taylor Lee Holiday. Bo Gabriel Hoover. Whitney Susanna Hoover. Macy Jean Houston. Larry Donnell Howard. Jacob Ryan Hoyt. Jackson Bruce Hughes. Tamia Nicole Hughes. Shelby Jane Hutchinson. Sydney Lee Hutchinson. Mary Grace Acalano. Sanaya Janae Jackson. Mara Alejandra Yaquez. Alejandro Jimenez Carrilla. Dion Marquez Johnson. Mary Grace Johnson. Rosalind Janae Johnson. Christina Ariella Jones. Mariah Lachey Jones. Adam Caleb Kennedy. Cooper Wells Kill. Madison Grace Kilby. Benjamin Michael Knighton. Blaze Bronson Coons. Noe Albaran Labra. Janiyah Tashawn Lane. Reed Nelson Lauderdale. Sydney Grace Lawrence. Holton Andrew Legg. Elizabeth Guadalupe Leon Siska. Xavion Jeremiah Lewis. And Elisa Colette Lindsay. Janae Tashawn Long. Braulio Lopez Ordonez. Cynthia Lucina. Ariana Jakidra Macklin. Malaya Helen Malone. Nathaniel Paul Malone. Shamari Jade Malone. Eric Marcial. Madison Elizabeth Martin.